Okay. So
another crazy, Chris Brown.
Okay.
People gotta stop messing with people that's considered crazy.
Yeah, you shouldn't make any comments.
Like Kanye West, he coming up next. People that's crazy or we consider got a little mental issues, they have nothing to lose.
That's true, because they're already there. They can't go no lower.
When I tell you,
what happened here?
And how did Jill Scott get involved?
Thank you.
This is horrible, but it's still part of beef. I can't even say rap beef, because Chris Brown is not a rapper.
R&B. Okay.
Quavo is a rapper.
Okay, he's a rapper
because he's in with the Migos or used to be.
Jill Scott is
Jill Scott is R&B.
So what happened?
I told you I blame Cat Williams. Everybody's beefing. Everybody.
Cat ain't said nothing about these knuckleheads.
All right. No, he said everybody's gonna be beefing.
Oh, okay. You called that out.
Chris Brown goes lower than low on his diss. Now we talked about. I don't even know if we talked about it. It's moving so quick. Mm-hmm. Chris Brown dissed Quavo. Okay. In a song. And Quavo came back and dissed Chris Brown in a rap.
Okay.
So now Chris Brown comes back and disses Quavo in a rap. He raps. And not only does he rap, but he's good. He's better than a lot of the rappers that's making millions of dollars. Chris Brown.
Oh my God, he showed his true color.
Now, in this rap, I'm not going to play it because it's too many cuss words and stuff.
Okay.
He talks about, because Quavo was talking about, I took your girl or whatever, Karushi, because she was dating Chris Brown. And then after Chris Brown, Quavo started dating her. So I'm dating your girl, whatever. Chris Brown comes back and kind of seals the deal with that. He says, you're dating my ex. So what?
And leftover.
I wasn't with her when you was talking to her. We was broken up. I'm just paraphrasing. He's not saying these words. What do I care that you dated her after me?
Okay.
But, buddy, guess what? While you was dating Sweetie, I was sleeping with her.
Ooh.
So I got who wins?
While you were with her.
While you was with Sweetie, I was with her.
Ooh, okay. Everybody dates someone who doesn't date them anymore.
Oh, no.
Not while you're with them.
So that was enough to get the guys listening. These guys that listen to this, they all into it. Oh, like the school fight at the end where the two guys are battling each other.
And everybody following them.
He doesn't finish. That's why I said he's up here. He already put the nail in the coffin with that.
Uh-huh.
He said, and let me talk about Takeoff. Remember we talked about Takeoff and the Migos, the one that got killed.
Yeah.
At the dice game. Yeah. Quavo got in an argument and then the guy starts shooting and Takeoff gets killed. Yeah. He said, that's your fault.
Whoa, he blaming it on him.
He blamed him. You ought to be ashamed that you caused him to die with your arguing self. You're so stupid.
He did cause
He said, not only did you cause him to die, but we wish it would have been you.
Ooh, now that's ugly.
He said he has more talent in his one hand than in his pinky. You're the weakest link. The name of the record was You're the Weakest Link.
But is that true?
He says Offset is better than you. Everybody's better than you. Out of all of them, you should have been the one that got dropped that night.
That's just mean.
Ain't he mean?
That's mean. Oh, no. The nail should have been on his coffin. No.
And not only that, you can't even come back because you're not even a rapper that can come back. And you can't even beat me up. I can beat you up. And then he played a video message, not video, a voice message of Quavo calling Chris saying, man, I don't want no beef with you. Don't beef with me. I don't want to bother you. He was begging Chris not to have beef with him. So he played his voicemail in the middle in the song.
But what made Chris start out going against
I don't
him?
know.
He woke up and just say, I'm going to get Quavo?
He talked about how they sat them next to each other at the fashion show because they sat Chris Brown and Quavo next to each other at a fashion show. He said, I wanted to pop you in, but I don't want you to mess up my bag. They don't get along. They fought before, or almost tried to fight.
They have a history.
They have a history.
Oh, he really killed him.
Now, here's the thing with this. Wow. This rap beef is ridiculous. Well, let me bring Jill Scott in.
No, because you said Chris rap back. He didn't just sing.
Right, he rapped back.
He went into that man's genre and dissed him in his own genre.
So they said
that's embarrassing.
Jill Scott gets dragged by the ankles because she
that makes me think of, I'm thinking of an analogy. Somebody in the jazz world who scats, whatever, and somebody that raps. And then the rapper comes back and does a skit.
That's it. He ends it by saying, you just got dissed by a dancer.
An R&B dancer did better than you
in rapping.
Now,
Jill Scott comes in and says, she tweets, Chris Brown is amazing. How does anybody sing like that, dance like that, act like that? Because he's an actor. And he can rap.
That's what you taught when you just said that. That's what I said.
She said he is beyond gifted. It appears exceptional people have to go through exceptional things, I guess. There's nothing to debate about this. That's what she says.
Wow.
Then somebody says, I think the women he abused would disagree with you.
She didn't say nothing about his sport, his
so Jill Scott comes back.
She's talking about his talent.
People don't know how to separate.
Not what he did to Rihanna in the head.
So Jill Scott comes back and says, I doubt it. My mother's ex-husband was mean, violent, and human. And he could lay foundation better than anyone in the city. What he did with Cement was awe-inspiring. We got away. He got a raise and praise for his ability. God dealt with the rest of him.
Thank you.
Now, somebody else said it means that, then she said, it means that even he had something to offer. He was sick and hurt and did cruel things. I forgave him because of the trauma that Rihanna forgave Chris. Mm-hmm. She said, did I forget? Never. So I try my best to choose better. I failed a few times, but not in the abusive area, she said. Mm-hmm. She said, look, years of prayer and therapy, self-reflection, and making every effort to keep my feet on the ground has made me compassionate for other human beings. People go through blank and do terrible blank. Mm-hmm. We say we believe in God, pray for enlightenment. We are a living testimony. She said, walked away, came back, Googled, read tweets, listened to my friends, and considered the state of us as a whole. Some lead with love. You gave me perspectives to consider and directive. Thank you. Some, and you only want the highs of war. You may have your war. And she's left out. She got toe up from not only her friends, from the people that tweeted her. I think what they was kind of saying, kind of what I said
about
with
him, the comments he made,
just saying something about him being exceptional, good, or whatever, anything positive. I think what they're saying, and I think it's degrees to this. To do it. I think it's degrees to this. Okay. Remember when Kanye was like, Hitler was smart and brilliant? Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, he was. Nobody wants to hear that.
No, not about Hitler.
Yeah.
And it could all be true.
But I don't put Chris Brown in that same category. Why can't you say he's a good rapper, he's a dancer, he's this and this? I guess they didn't like that she said he's exceptional, he's this, he's that. They didn't like the context of him. And then some people felt him bringing up Takeoff's that was low, and they felt her saying he was good. Like, like she was. So I think that's why she came back and said, after getting a perspective from other people, I understand it. I choose my battles. I'm out of this. Yeah. I'm not battling for Chris Brown.
Thank you.
So I think that's what she ended up by saying. I'm picking my battles, and this isn't one of them that I'm willing to go to the end with. Yeah. So you guys win. That's what she said. You won.
Okay. Because when you said the message that Chris came back to diss Quavo, I said, ooh.
Yeah.
I went, ouch.
Yeah.
Because that was about a deceased
right. And we wish
band member.
And by you saying, you co-signing him,
you should have been dropped.
When he said the line, we all wish it was you.
Yeah.
It's almost like people felt like she was co-signing him saying, we wish you would have been the one that. So I think that's what when she said, after pulling back and listening to my friends and everybody,
respect.
I'm sure some people said that to her.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, Jill, but when he said, we all wish it was you, and take off, you caused his death, all of that. When you say he's exceptional, he's good.
That was too soon.
Even though it's true, people didn't want to hear it because they was thinking he was cruel. You were saying somebody was exceptional, that's cruel.
That was the question that maybe similar when this comedian was on the show with The View, and Joy, as a comedian, asked the comedian specifically, do you think it's too soon to make jokes about someone's death or whatever? And that comedian said, yeah,
it is.
It's fresh.
Well, that's what happened with Gayle King. Yeah. When the basketball player came on there, and they were talking about Kobe. Kobe had just died like 2 days earlier. And she asked him about the affair.
Asked her,
what do you think about the affair?
Jackie.
And everybody was like,
that was too fresh.
He just died. Yes. Why are you talking about his affair that happened, 10 years ago?
The point is, you acting like those National Enquirer kind of people.
Exactly.
We're talking about his skill as a basketball player.
And you're asking her. She's a basketball player.
Leslie.
Why are you asking her?
Leslie.
Why are you asking her about his affair?
She's like, I'm not going to answer that.
Yeah. I didn't. So Gail got pulled by the ankles. So they were saying Jill got pulled by the ankle.
Oh, I get what Jill was going.
I do.
Because the moment you said he rapped, I went, Chris Brown can rap.
Now, outside of all of the stuff that he said that was cruel, the fact that he can rap, he can dance, he can act, he can paint. He's a painter.
Jack of all trades.
This dude is talented.
And mastering in all of them.
He is a talent above all talent. And to be honest with you, I am one of the biggest Michael Jackson fans in the world. He was tapped to be the next Michael Jackson. And I will say this, and I will go on the record, and I'm sure I'll hear some Michael Jackson fans. I believe he would have surpassed Michael Jackson.
I don't know, Kim. No. Because you got to remember.
No, before the Rihanna thing.
No. Here's the thing.
Well, you're right, because Michael Jackson's the blueprint.
Michael Jackson has a foundation that is deep.
But did Michael Jackson surpass James Brown?
Yes.
James Brown was the blueprint.
No. James Brown's in another category.
Right.
The thing that I give
You're right. Michael's in another.
He started at wee.
Yeah. He's in a stratosphere. But I'll say this. He might not have surpassed Michael, but he would have been up there.
He would have been up there. Yeah.
Like Beyonce.
Yeah.
He would have been like Beyonce, a male version of Beyonce.
I just feel bad when he made the comment about it should have been you.
And that is your fault.
And it's his fault that his friend.
His nephew.
A lot of people.
That's his nephew.
A lot of people felt that because when they started hearing in the social media that he started an argument that started the shootout.
Well, hold on. That's what people was defending Chris Brown said. They said he wasn't saying anything that everybody was already saying. So I don't know. You could go back and forth with that one.
That's a hard one.
Yeah, that's a hard one. All right, so that was that one. Now, while we were here setting up,
he responded back.
Quavo responded.
What he gonna say though?
Well, here I don't even know. I haven't even seen this.
He can't say much.
It says, Quavo drops diss track responding to Chris Brown. Quavo had a lot to say in his response record to Chris Brown. The song included several celeb name drops, including, I'm sure he's gonna say Rihanna, Tiana Taylor. Yeah, he got in an argument with Tiana, and I don't think he got physical. He got in a fight with Usher, remember? Sweetie, and more. Quavo even included a verse from Takeoff. Ooh, what do y'all think?
Let's hear it.
Is it on?
I don't think they'll let you.
Oh, okay, no, that's different.
You gotta go listen to it later.
Yeah, I have to go listen to it later.
But you know what? In spite of all of that,
wait a minute.
You been your bag up when you punch Rhea in the face. Tell my fashion week, you sparing who come punch me in my face. It ain't nothing but a fade. You know you lost a Frank. Cause ran in your house, tied up your aunt cause you ain't pay. This bullet got your name. Don't ever bring up tape. Exposed. Boy, when I die by some you still f***ed up by Carucci. You tried to beat up Tiana, but Usher wouldn't let you do it. The cocaine got him, your honor. Bipolar disorder, no wonder. You was the great you fumble. Going outside, I'm watching you crumble. Why they got Quavo out here going back and forth with a singer that turned to a junkie? Never got light skin versus brown skin. Finna divide the country. Ain't been in the trenches. We step in the yard, go pull up, crash, shout about your bae. Little come dance battle with my Drake. You been your bag up when you punch Rhea.
I like them because they well, no, I don't. I like watching on the Shade Room because they
do the whole thing.
Well, they bleep the bad words.
Oh,
and
okay.
Stuff, so.
But you can listen to it later because you can know
specifically
I know what he's saying.
And then Chris Brown says Google raps that blank is poo. I was excited that blank don't even need a response.
Here's the thing. It's common sense. It's almost like low-hanging fruit when you come at Chris about his abuse.
And he called him a drug addict.
That to me is low-hanging fruit. But he messed with you, Quavo, talking about your skills. And that you should have been the one that got the bullet.
Yeah,
that right there.
And the little bit that I heard, it wasn't that good. What Quavo just did.
Really?
He could have done that better though, but he's not a battle rapper.
That's what Chris was saying.
Yeah, he says you're not a battle rapper.
You ain't even in the right genre. Yeah. The other two dudes you was just pretty much the background.
He said you the weakest link.
Yeah.
Well, Chris just said don't need no response. So that must mean he's not gonna say nothing.
Chris knew that his response was the meat of it.
Yeah.
Quavo can come back. You hit her. You beat her up. Usher got you on this.
So here we go. That's the latest with that. Jill Scott is out of it. She says, "Mark me out. I'm done."
Thank you, Jill, for being an adult to move back.
Now this one. What time I got? I probably do most of my stories tomorrow.
All on these, yeah.
This one. I just got to talk this through. We already